How big is the Adani Wilmar Group? कितना बड़ा है? क्या ये वाकई में इतना बड़ा है कि लोग इतनी बातें कर रहे हैं या इसके पीछे भी कुछ राज है? Through this video, I'll be talking about and breaking down as to how big is Adani Wilmar Group. We'll start by discussing about what is Adani Wilmar, then we'll go to various product offerings by Adani Wilmar. Then we try to understand how has it taken over HUL as one of the biggest FMCG brand. Yes, you heard that. Then we'll also talk about HUL product offerings and see where Adani Wilmar stands as compared to it. And over the last couple of days, there have been few acquisitions by Adani Wilmar Group. We'll try to understand that, and we'll also understand why have they acquired those particular companies. So hi there, my name is Hitesh and I welcome you all to YouTube channel of Trade Brains. Yes, there has been a long gap between the videos which I posted last time and this videos, but I'll make sure this doesn't happen again and you get regular and fresh content from us. So today's video is an interesting one. We're trying to understand that how big or how giant is Adani Wilmar Group. So if you are aware, Adani Wilmar is a joint venture between Adani Group and the Wilmar Group of Singapore. It's a 50-50 joint venture which started in the year 1999. So it's a very old joint venture, has been able to survive for more than 2 decades. Adani Wilmar Group became the talk of the town once the IPO came out in public. The IPO is not very old, it is about 2 months old only, but the kind of crazy returns which they have given, you can see on my screen and figure out that what is the size of the returns which they have given. They have given a return of nearly 3 to 4x already. The IPO price band was anything around 220 or 230, and currently even after hitting 2 circuits on the downside, it's trading around the price of 720. So the great has been returned, and which is where the market cap has also risen astronomically. Before this fall of 8% over last 2 days, the market cap crossed 1 lakh crore rupees, but right now also it's around 97,000 crores. So the company is going great. The acquisition spree has been on for some time, and only sky is the limit for this group of Adani Wilmar. Now if you focus on my screen right now, you see the various product offerings of Adani Wilmar. We'll try to see what are the products which they are foray into, and then we'll see how have they done. So the biggest product is obviously in the form of edible oil, which has Fortune as one of their main brands. The Fortune is into various form of oil like healthy oil, the sunlight, kachi ghani, all those various form of oil which are used in the kitchen are been produced by this sub-brand Fortune of Adani Wilmar. Then they also have kachi ghani oil like the Bullet Adha brand. They are into specialty fats, lauric range. Then you're also into Vanaspati oil. Then you have Froyola, which is the ultimate frying and cooking oil. Then they also have various other industry essentials, like they have products like the castor oleochemicals, lecithin oleochemicals, everything which is chemical based, which is used again in the kitchen, and all gelatin purpose are being produced by Adani Wilmar. Plus they also have food and FMCG product, which is again the Fortune. Fortune is one of their biggest brand. They make Fortune oil, they make Fortune rice, they make Fortune atta, soya chunk. Fortune is a household name. I'm personally also a user of Fortune, so yes, I know about this brand. That is how big the brand and that is how famous their products are. Now if you again focus on my screen, I'll try to see what are the product offering of HUL is. HUL is everywhere. Their biggest product is Wheel, Annapurna, Axe, Boost, Breeze, Three Roses Tea, Taj Mahal, Brew, Close Up, Clinic Plus. These are the major brands and they have been in the market for almost as long as I remember. One interesting thing happened. The talk of the town is that Adani Wilmar has taken over HUL and becomes the leading player in FMCG segment. Now you must be thinking that HUL has a market cap of nearly 5 lakh crores and Adani Wilmar is just 1 lakh crore. How has it become the biggest brand of FMCG? Now the biggest brand, not in terms of market caps but in terms of revenue generated. And just to put the numbers into perspective, the operational revenue of Adani Wilmar Limited in the year 2022 is 54,214 crores. But during the same year, HUL's operational revenue is only 51,468 crores. So a company which is 5 times bigger in terms of market cap but has an operational revenue less than Adani Wilmar, does it raise a red flag or something about HUL? That is a discussion for another day. But in terms of operational revenue, Adani Wilmar has easily taken over HUL. So you can understand the excitement, enthusiasm amongst the people who are investors of or traders of Adani Although the market is hitting lower circuit because of the performance not being in line of expectations, but over the long term, this could still be a decent share to invest into. One simple disclaimer, this is no recommendation to buy or sell. This video is just for the purpose of education. Now, how does the profit or the operational revenue comes for Adani Wilmar? It majorly comes from edible oil segment, which contributes to nearly 84% of the revenue which is generated by Adani Wilmar. The other revenue comes from industry essentials, which contributes a greater part of the revenue, and the revenue from industry essentials has grown up by 42%. It was 4,366 crores in the financial year 21, which has grown to 6,191 crores. So this is how Adani Wilmar makes revenue. The interesting development which has happened over last couple of days is that Adani Wilmar has acquired 3 brands from a US-based company called McCormick. It has acquired 2 rice brand and 1 Horeca brand. I'll tell you what about Horeca is. Horeca is hotels, restaurant and catering. So it acquired Trophy brand, which was again owned by McCormick. It has bought 2 big rice brand. One is Kohinoor, another is Chamina. Kohinoor comes in the premium segment and Chamina comes in the budget segment of rice. Now after the acquisition, the next question which everyone is asking, that why have they actually acquired? They already have Fortune Rice, which is doing well, and this question needs to be answered because every acquisition investor needs to understand why has that been acquired. What we understand by this acquisition is that Kohinoor becomes a premium segment rice. It's a premium basmati rice. Fortune becomes a brand which becomes in the middle category, and Charminar is a budget segment. So what happens in that way, they are able to cater to each and every sector. Another important factor is that India is entering into free trade agreement. India has already finalized free trade agreement with UAE. By Diwali, they are already expecting the free trade agreement to be completed with UK, and by the end of the year, European Union free trade agreement is expected to be completed. So with these free trade agreement coming into picture, and these 3 are the biggest consumer of rice and basmati rice, you can understand the tactical advantage which Adani Wilmar will have when they have each and everything covered under the basmati rice or any form of rice category. Another important thing what happens is that India is the biggest exporter of rice. It nearly exports 22% of the total export of the rice which happens throughout the world, and out of this 22%, 63% of the revenue is contributed by basmati rice, and 40% of the volume is contributed by basmati rice segment. So this acquisition slowly but surely makes a lot of sense for Adani, and the major thing which I understand is that they also want to diversify the revenue which comes for Adani Wilmar. Major revenue comes from edible oil. I told you 85% of revenue for Adani Wilmar comes from edible oil. With rice becoming again a major part of Adani Wilmar and a lot of FTAs being signed by country, it gives them a simple pedestal through which they can increase the breadth of their product. So that is where I feel that these acquisitions makes a lot of sense for Adani Wilmar. So that is it from me in this video. Do let me know if you like this video and you want us to do more deep research like this and come up with more discussion. I thank you for your patient hearing. I'll again see you future videos where I discuss something more about finance and something which is more financial by nature.